What non-sexual thing feels very sexual? When I get a deep tissue massage and they work a very problematic knot in my shoulder, my eyes roll back and I try not to cry out. It hurts so bad, but feels so good. Don't reread those last 2 sentences. Tying someone else's tie for them. Also fixing their collar or tag. One of exes tied my shoelaces once. This was before we got together. At the time it felt unreasonably intimate. Now I just thinking of that fucking awkward scene in Harry Potter. Stretching as soon as you wake up. That leg shake stretch. And then you slightly overdo it and you get a cramp. I hate that. It happens more often the older I get. It sucks. When someone gives you a hand to help you up from a boat to the dock. I'm so touch starved that this always makes my heart skip a beat. When you're sitting next to someone and they lean over and reach across you to grab something. Prolonged, intense eye contact. Prolonged eye contact. Lick your lips to make it more comforting. Do you wanna see a magic trick? Jumping in a warm shower when you're freezing cold. It's so utterly pleasurable and consuming. Much in the way an orgasm is. Yet there's nothing sexual about it. Someone other than you removing your glasses from your face. The complete opposite of that is someone putting your glasses on your face. I always think they will miss and poke my eye with the glasses and I will be blind forever. 9 times out of 10 they do poke me in the eye though. Same. Not cute then. Hugging from behind. I used to do a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu and this makes me instantly go into panic mode cause I think I'm about to get choked. Hey Bab breaks her arm. Babe, I didn't know it was you. Who else would hug you from behind? Who is she? Well, it's a he. And there's more than one. We take turns. You try to stop them. But eventually someone gets behind you anyway. They're persistent. When anyone raises their arms to stretch and their shirt gets lifted up slightly, it sometimes feels like an unintentional striptease. Another thing for my shy ass to no be worried about. Same here. I've always kind of avoided lifting my arms or bending over whenever I'm wearing a slightly small shirt, which is rare because I'm usually wearing a coat. I went to a physiotherapist for pain in my jaw, and one of the treatments was a jaw massage, both outside and inside my cheeks. This was over summer, when it was extremely hot, even inside. One day the therapist decided to try out some royalty-free chill medley from YouTube, because it was pretty silent otherwise. I was the last person there that day and he asked me how do you feel about the music? And I was like, it's maybe a bit much. I didn't dare to tell him that it sounded more like something you'd hear in porn than something relaxing. Chill lo-fi beats to relax / crack your back to making eye contact with someone at the grocery store around your same age. I'm always like I wanna talk to you cause you're cute. But that would be weird. So, that's your job now. Apostrophe. OMG. I'm no exception to this rule. But it seems like just about everybody wants the other person to say hi and start talking to them. How are we to break this vicious self-sabotage? Probably by being the one to go up to them and say something. It'll probably suck having to be that person, but it could pay off in dividends. Well, obviously, my point is that so many people wish that the other person would say hi that I've even seen it talked about in documentaries and such. The problem is bigger than just a couple of us Redditors. Collectively, as a culture, we're all afraid to make the first move. Eye contact. Can't help but love a good eye fuck. I sometimes struggle to maintain eye contact with any of my friends, since getting eye fucked is the way to my heart. I guess since your balls are crippled it's all you've got. For all you know my balls got crippled from the greatest eye fuck of my life. When a girl puts her hand up to yours and remarks on how yours is so much bigger, I like to do that with everyone, because I've got really small hands, and I'm amazed by big hands. Me too. My tiny baby hands are smaller than some of not adult cousins. When I tried to learn guitar, I got about 6 lessons in before my teacher was like, I cannot properly teach you if your fingers can't reach easy chords, so that's how my rockstar dream died. OMG guys. Stop commenting at me. I don't care about playing guitar anymore. I'm 36, not 14. I've moved on. Ukulele is your friend. You know, I've never thought about that. I've also considered teaching myself banjo, but not the claw way. Having your back scratched. It's actually a very common way to arouse someone, mostly in males, but also, who doesn't like getting their back scratched without having to stretch your arms more than should be possible to get that one annoying part in the middle of your back. Curious why mostly in males, but yeah, pretty common for me to start moaning if it's a good one. Could be because men are rarely touched in a platonic way, aside from handshakes, passing papers back and forth, etc. It's one reason guys can get mixed signals and confused about women and other men. Oh, she was nice to me. Maybe I should ask her out. Nah dude. She was literally just being nice. She touched my arm. Does she like me? Oh, he hugged me. Is he gay? I liked it. Am I gay? Men in the US are very touch starved and it causes some issues. https medium.com/at-good/men-r-starved-a67fff007c5f. Can confirm. Source, I'm in this comment. And I don't like it. When a woman does that thing where she tucks her hair behind her ear while making direct eye contact. Debbie Rancourt. Cracking all your backbones in one twist and feel your back getting lighter. Have you tried rotating your leg the opposite way when doing the twist? I get it cracked all the way every time now. Yeah, it works way better when you cross your legs with the leg on the side that you're turning on top. Like if you're twisting to the left, cross your legs with your left leg on top. Touching someone's hand by accident in public. My hand stroked a stranger's on accident during lockdown. It was the only contact I had and had for months. I still think about it. Having someone else play with your hair, because shampooing a woman's head is the most erotic thing you could possibly do. Charles Boyle. I was hoping that someone would bring Boyle into this. If no one else had, I was about to. Damn it, Charles. It's the first thing I thought of. Physical therapy for a busted leg felt weird at times. It disturbs me that I've been going to physios for about 25 years. And the one time I got UHH, you know, it was when I was being treated by an older guy. Fuck you, brain. Being fully relaxed can certainly get things moving down there. So either he was doing well, or older dudes might be your jam, or both. I choose to believe it was a random misfiring of neurons, although I've never been one for random erections, and not daddy issues, although I do have daddy issues, but mostly of the wanting to murder him variety. Probably just a murder boner. Then, if you're on a PC/laptop, somebody leaning over your shoulder to look at the screen with you, the close proximity of your faces can feel awkwardly sexual. Agree. I had 2 relationships start this way at work. It didn't happen with everyone but intensified the electricity with the 2 it did. Yo, what is up with that sensation? Just the other day I was working with a customer of mine and we were in close proximity like this and it just felt, as you said, electric. I think it was amplified because I'm a tall dude, but I was sitting on a stool, so our eyes were right in front of each other. The Germans must have a word for it. Kopfnähigkeitsskribeln. A very good and tight hug. I used to be in a cult for 12 years, where you don't have much contact with the opposite sex. One day I was outdoor knocking and giving away free Bibles, and this pretty lady was so grateful she went to give me a hug. I freaked out and backed off, because to my brainwashed, touch-starved virgin mind at the time, that hug felt like making love. After I got out of that cult I slept around a lot, so I'm a lot more familiar with a woman's touch now, but at the time, a hug from a stranger was a dramatic experience. Edit. https n.m. Wikipedia. org/wiki/local_churches_affiliation. Jesus Christ. I hope you're doing way better now. Someone breathing down your neck in close quarters. Probably because that's 100% a move one would use during sex. But also, ain't nobody standing that close to me. Gross. When you're sitting next to someone and your shoulders/thighs touch. When you're sitting next to someone on public transport and the centrifugal force from the vehicle firmly mushes the 2 of you together. Can confirm. Was on a school bus once with a friend of mine. Bus stopped suddenly and he was launched into my chest area. He cried out in Urshanno, Shsamina. One of my best memories to this day. Couldn't stop laughing. OMG, that is hilarious. One of my favorite comments. It's amazing the one-liners that younger kids can come up with. One time when I was around 11, my large friend almost tripped into two people from a different class, and then someone yelled, "Not the children." Certain phrases are very sexually charged. Make me, or what are you gonna do about it? Daddy has been completely ruined for me thanks to the internet. My church uses "daddy" to refer to God sometimes, and every time it happens I can just feel all the not so innocent people in the room collectively cringe. In the name of the Daddy, the Little and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Being on a plane with someone roughly the same age as you. Sexual tension to the maximum. And now you're just kind of stuck with them, so you awkwardly try to make some conversation. But deep in your mind you think, it's crazy, right? How could I hit it off with this random person sitting next to me on a plane? But every simple interaction brings you closer, letting each other get into the aisle, passing the complimentary airline food to them, helping them get their trash to the flight attendant. Conversation picks up, and you guys have a lot in common. Now you're playing chess and Battleship together on the seat-back entertainment screens, and rewatching your favorite movies. After a few more hours the plane lands at its destination. The first leg of your trip with a 2-hour layover. You then realize that you may never see this person again. But both of you get up to leave. Turns out you're both going to the same place. They then invite you to wait out the layover with them. A dream come true. You both eat at the airport restaurant and check out the gift shop together. You run together to the terminal. Almost missed the flight. You're both exhausted. But they start laughing. You start laughing. And now both of you, walking down the ramp, tease each other. I was faster, you say. You were fast. But everyone there saw. I crossed the finish line first. Now you guys are both flying home, and they go out of their way to trade their seat with the old lady next to you. They're perfect, you say, and you can see it in their sky bright eyes. You know that they're thinking the exact same thing. We are perfect, like Ninja did. Thank you guys for the upvotes and the award. I just kind of made this up on the go with mobile. This was my first romance type story that I've wrote. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed and related to it. I didn't know that something like it actually happened to people. So it's really cool for me to read your stories. I guess we are all seat neighbors on this plane of the internet. This happened to me. I was sitting next to this serious seeming guy. I have no idea how we started talking. I was only taking the first leg of the flight, but he happened to be continuing on to my hometown, moving there, starting his own law firm. We chatted for the whole flight, and when we got off, he asked me how long my layover was, and suggested we get a drink. He toasted to me, the best flight companion ever. It was time for my flight, and he walked me all the way to my gate, waited for me to get on, and waved goodbye. He never asked for my number or any sort of contact information. I still wonder what the whole thing was about. I have had a few similar experiences, but they always ask for my info. 6 years later he's probably still thinking, I wonder if I should've asked her for her number. Someone writing on your arm. Yeah, sure, if it's the cute girl who sits next to you writing her number. It's less sexual when it's your mates drawing a penis while you're passed out. It's less sexual when it's your mates drawing a penis while you're passed out. Agree to disagree. Ditto. When something funny happens in a crowd and you make eye contact with a stranger and do that smirk thing, might as well start taking your pants off when that happens. I had this experience in an instance. There was a woman at the register absolutely losing her shit for no reason, and I made eye contact with the guy sitting a table over from me. He shook his head and rolled his eyes, and I smiled. Then the lady went back and sat across from him because she was his wife. Wow, this story has it all. Thank you. Having your hair washed. One of the few enjoyable things about going to the barber. Is it weird when my dentist does it? Your dentist washes your hair? No, he sucks my toes. When someone is putting the car in reverse and they put their hand on the back of your seat. I was hanging out with my friend. He was sitting in the passenger seat. With my right hand I put the car in reverse. I then intended to reach back and put my hand behind his headrest. What I did instead Totally unintentionally was miring us through his hair above his left ear, missing the headrest entirely. Bro, what are you doing, bro? Just trying to back out, bro. No backing out, bro. We in this together forever now, bro. Apostrophe. If you are new to Tattletale TV, please subscribe. We have new videos every day. Stay tuned for more coming up next.